Hey friend, welcome. I'm Jen. I'm a part-time online clothing reseller, which means I go to thrift stores, I buy used clothes, and I buy them to sell them online. And hopefully for a profit. Today that's debatable. No, today I am shipping out 5 items that sold on eBay for a gross sales amount of $120.86. And stick around to the end and I will share the profit for the day. This is today's Wednesday, January 31st. So we're at the end of January already. That's crazy. But these are all things that sold yesterday. So this is just one day's sales for me. At the end, I'm also going to share my total sales amount, some numbers, some things I find interesting for the month. So yeah, stick around to the end and we can chat about that. The first thing that sold is Carhartt. If I'm familiar, that's what Carhartt looks like. This is a scrub top. Now, there's a lot of things that you can get a lot of money out of in Carhartt. A scrub top is not one. However, they seem to sell, although this did not seem to have a very good sell-through rate. The average sale price was $11.67. See what I mean? Not getting rich there. And the sell-through rate is 18%. So not super high. Mine sold for $8 plus shipping. So a total of $14.75. And I bought this. Where did I buy this? Just at a little thrift store. I paid $1.19. Now, I am in the process of, it's been a long process, of like flipping over my spreadsheets. I'm changing to something new. I am losing information in the process, which isn't great. And that's not what I want. I want to know what all my information is, but I don't know how long I've had this is the whole point of that. I'm gonna say a while. I think it's been almost a year. So that's okay. My profit is $5.81. That's okay. Sometimes that's just the reality of how it goes. I don't always sell things super fast or for a lot of money, but these little sales add up and help me and my family. I am using recycled poly mailers, so things that I've saved up, my sister saves for me. I have a couple friends that will save stuff for me, so it's super helpful. I just have to be doubly aware of, not only do I have the label that I'm putting on, but I also have the label that is already on the package, which can be a little stressful. Okay. There was a little bit of address showing from the prior label. Just took care of that with some Sharpie. No biggie. All right, this is a t-shirt. I mean, it's t-shirt material. It's pink and white, or it's not white, green stripe. It has a boat neck, which is this like wide jallow collar, not collar, but neckline. This is Ralph Lauren. I do believe that this is a vintage like Y2K shirt. Definitely looks Y2K to me with that, the way that stripe is. How do I know? Because I was there. I don't know. That's just kind of a, I don't have any like proof that that's what this is from, but that's just what it looks like to me. Anyway, Ralph Lauren shirts, just as a general rule, have an average sale price of $17.08 and a sell-through rate of 17%. So really, considering I didn't put any other specifics other than Ralph Lauren shirt, I think that that's pretty good. The other thing about using recycled materials is you have to dig through to find something that is going to fit. Yes?
What is another job I can earn some more money? I'm not sure, but I can talk about it in a few minutes when I...
We haven't vacuumed in a while. Can I vacuum?
You vacuumed yesterday.
No, I vacuumed the day before yesterday.
Was it? I mean, I'll give you a nickel to vacuum.
Okay, I'll go back into the living room.
Okay, have fun. I guess we can chat about how I don't really edit videos. I don't love to edit in the first place. And then I really like to give like a realistic view of what reselling is like for a stay-at-home mom and whose kids are home all the time. My kids don't go to school, we homeschool, so they are here all the time. I don't have, 9 to 3 where I can devote to reselling. I just do this with my kids, which is part of the reason I do it and love it. But I just want to give you a realistic view of what happens. This is my life. This is my job. I get interrupted. Sometimes they do it with me or beside me, or I'm out in my garage, if you didn't know that. All my stuff is stored out here, and this is where I do most of my work. It's been a little cold lately, so I've been taking like my printer stuff and going in the house to do it, but I photograph out here, just everything out here. So, they'll come out and play. It's just the reality of how I do reselling, and I like to share the reality and not just the pretty parts. So this sold for $19.82. That was my full asking price, plus shipping, so $26.69. I bought it for 50 cents at my favorite thrift store, which is just a thrift store about 10 minutes south of me that is pretty much a perpetual bag sale. Oh, that was super fast. Okay, I will be in a few minutes. My profit on that was $17.04. That's really good, actually. I was not expecting that. I was expecting that on this, but this I didn't. Anyway. This is a dress. It is just I don't know, straight sheath and shift dresses. I get confused. One of them has a, seam through the middle, and one of them doesn't, and I forget which is which. I have a little cheat sheet in my phone, so I always look that up when I'm listing, so I make sure I say the right one. But anyway, this is like a t-shirt material dress from Athleta. Did I show you the tag? I don't remember. Here. If you are unfamiliar, Athleta. I have been told, or my understanding is, the newer stuff has the name of the item. So like, I don't know what they would call this dress. What would you call this dress? The around town dress. I don't know. Okay. I will be in a few minutes.
Can I just bring you your wallet?
No, I will be in a few minutes. So anyway, all that to say, this is an older dress. It also was an extra large tall, which I find that when it's a woman's tall, those things, that sells, they seem to be something that people look for. I bought this for my daughter, so I spent too much money on it, like to resell. I didn't spend too much money on it for her. She was wanting some kind of athletic style dresses, and I found 2 of these, one in 2 different colors at the Goodwill, and I was like, I'll try them for her. She ended up not really liking them. She's not a tall, so they probably hit her at a weird angle. Sorry, I'm like trying to juggle these labels, and I'm not doing a very good job today. And I'm saying a ton. Now I'm gonna be self-conscious about that. Okay, Athleta dresses in general have a average sale price of $21.74 and a sell-through rate of 11%, which isn't great. But like I said, I didn't really buy these to resell. I bought them for my daughter, so that's okay. Mine sold for $20 plus shipping, so $28.85 is what they paid after fees, shipping, and my cost of goods, which was $8 at a Goodwill. It said I listed it a month ago, but I think I relisted like everything a month ago, like ended the listing and sold similar. I'm trying to think of when I would have bought this. I think it was over the summer. I think it's helpful to know how long someone has had an item, just because it can be deceptive sometimes when you think like that people just sell things right away all the time. These are some leggings. They're like in a mauve color, and I don't think they're full length. I think they're like 7/8. This is the little logo on there. I wouldn't worry too much about remembering it. These are Yogalicious. I bought them thinking that I remembered someone saying that it was one of the brands. They feel really nice. They're nice and soft. They have an average sale price of $11.10 and a 20% sell-through rate. Whew, I am hitting it out of the ballpark today with the sell-through rate. Goodness. Someone bought this for $8. They offered me $8. It is someone who has bought from me numerous times before, so I tend to take that person's offers because they're going to keep buying from me. I appreciate that so much. So they paid a total of $14.90. I paid $2 for these, so my profit is $5.23. Yeah, this is definitely not me saying, hey, this is what you should do and this is what you should buy. It's just me sharing my experience, which I love to do, but sometimes it's like, you know, I have talked about this before, and I will talk about it again, because I think the idea of contentment and comparison, and so over the weekend, I sold a lot, but it was like a 5-day weekend by the time I had taken a Friday off, and by the time I actually shipped on Monday, okay, 4 days. No, it was Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and most of Monday, so it was a 5-day weekend, and I had sold like 21 items or something like that, and I was happy with that, right? And then I just watched another reseller, and she was like, I sold 19 items over the weekend, and it was a 2-day weekend, but then her gross sales amount was like 3 or 4 times what mine was. And I was like, oh my goodness, it's hard to not compare yourself to other people. And I just had to remind myself, like, I don't have the sourcing opportunities that she has. This person is someone who goes sourcing every day. I have sourced twice in January. That's it. I don't have the time or the opportunity or the, to do that. So I just have to stay in my lane, as they say, you know. I forgot that I wrote that number on that piece of paper. Okay, so this I'm going to show you, but I'm going to pack up later because I have to lint roll it like crazy. So this is a little hat, has a little brim, but it's Carhartt. So this is what I love about Carhartt, and I would say 99% of the Carhartt I have found, unless it's like been cut off or like worn off, they will have a number on the tag, right? So you can look up Carhartt and that number. So this is A164BLK, which is black. One size fits all hat. Okay. This has an average sale price of $20.98. A 71% sell-through rate. I seriously looked at this hat and I was like, I'm gonna buy that hat. I don't know. I don't think I've ever seen anybody that's worn a beanie with a brim. But I live in the Midwest and we get, I don't know. Anyway, I don't see all the people, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. I actually did something different with this, and I did not put best offer on. I priced it at $25, $24.96, and I left it at that. And when someone liked it, I didn't send an offer. And that felt super uncomfortable for me because that is something that I do pretty consistently. And when I say pretty consistently, I mean 100% of the time. This is the one time that I haven't. So it felt super uncomfortable and I didn't know what was going to happen, but this sold in 2 days. It was listed for 2 days, sold for my full asking price, which was just about $5, $4 more than the average sale price. So I'm super happy with this. I spent $1 on it. I think at the bins, my spreadsheet was messed up, but I'm pretty sure I sent it at the bins, but it took 2 days after I listed it to sell. My profit is $20.96. So because it is just a beanie and this brim is real like flexible, I'm just going to put it in a poly mailer. If I have like a baseball cap, I put those in boxes, but this thing is super like fuzzy, linty. There's hair all over it. So I gotta like lint roll the inside and the outside and under the little like flap thing. It's gonna take me forever. I'm not super excited about it, but that's okay. So my total profit for yesterday was $58.33. Now, that doesn't quite hit my goal. My goal is a daily total of $67. Is that right? $67 per day, which is a total of $2,000 for the month. That helps me put $1,000 towards our family budget. It goes for extras like dance class and my oldest daughter takes an acting class and, you know, just all the little things that come with having a family. I have 4 kids and a husband and a dog and we have a rabbit and, you know, there's things that come up. So it just helps our family, allows me to stay home. I do put some of that money away for tax purposes, because this is taxable income. I'm not a CPA, so I would say to ask your tax professional, but that I have, put some money away because you do have to pay taxes on it. And then the other thing is, some of the money goes back into my business. Like I said, I didn't thrift a lot in January. I really think there were only 2 times that I thrifted. Part of it was because I was so sick at the beginning of the month. Part of it is because I still had a bunch of stuff from the last time that I went to the bins right towards the end of December. I did a big bins haul for Christmas Day. And then I had an interesting free sourcing opportunity. So I guess 3 times if we want to count that. So I have about maybe 50 items that I got for free that were not clothes. They were just different items that I don't normally sell. So that is pushing me out of my comfort zone so much. But those little Russian nesting dolls that I sold yesterday, that was part of that. So anyway, for January, and I realize they're still today, but my gross sales amount over both platforms, so eBay and Poshmark, I do sell a little bit on Poshmark, was $3,277.54. My profit out of that, now that is taking out fees, shipping, and my cost of goods that I paid for that item that I sold, is $1,829.84. So I'm, just under $200 under my goal for the month, which stinks that I'm under that. But in December and January, have only been listing 5 items a day. I do intend to double that in February and then add another 5 in March. That I think right now is my plan. But starting tomorrow, I will be listing 10 items a day. So that means more thrifting, which I'm not sad about. I love to thrift. That's my favorite part. I sold 121 items. 87 of those were on eBay and 41 on Poshmark. I wish the Poshmark number was higher, but honestly, it's the highest I think it's ever been. But I am paying for like a sharing bot. So, when I'm paying for something, I want to be, I want to have a little more Yeah. My average sale price is low. It's $25.61, which I would like it to be. I mean, I would like it to be like $35 or $40, but I think over the past, like in December and November, it was more like 28, which is where I would prefer to be. So, unfortunately, my spreadsheet from 2023 is kind of all messed up, so I can't compare what my January numbers looked like last year. I would love to do that, but I do think it was kind of similar. So, I listed 236 items according to Vendu, which is also new for me. I'm not endorsing it, just trying it right now, being upfront and saying this is what I'm trying. So I did pay $26 in sourcing. So I just didn't source a whole lot. I went to my favorite thrift store and spent $20, and I went to another local thrift store and spent $6. And then I had that free sourcing opportunity, and I do pay for, like I said, the thing for Poshmark. I pay for Vendu. I have spent a lot of money on boxes and bags to redo my system. I will tell you that 4 of these items I pulled out of the SKU system, and it took me a minute. I really think it was less than that. I should have timed it. I was so pleased. So it would have taken me at least 4 minutes, which doesn't seem like a huge difference, but when that adds up day after day, it's a lot of time that I spent digging through bins, which makes me kind of irritated that I didn't do this long ago. Anyway, I think I'm done blabbing and chatting your ear off. I really appreciate you hanging out with me. Let me know in the comments, how's your January going if you're a reseller? If not, say hey. I love to say hey in the comments and chat with you a little bit. Feel free to ask me any questions. I am not an expert, but I love to, kind of go back and forth and try and help if I can, especially if you're new. I know that was a really hard time for me when I first was starting out. I still feel pretty new after 2 years, but I do have a whole playlist. I forget what it's called, but it's like The Journey or something like that. It's just vlog style. My very first year, I started the week I started reselling. It was just like on a whim. I turned on the camera and started recording it. But I really chronicle every single thing that I did the first year. So you might want to check that out if you're brand new. And yeah, thanks so much for joining me. I appreciate you so much. I'll see you soon.